This is Python's Paradise. This is your host, Greg Gilbert, aka the Python Hyena, straight out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada, rocking a beautiful downtown Toronto background behind me. I was just there for Fan Expo, which was exciting. Like to do another convention this fall, working on it. We shall see. But nonetheless, speaking of conventions, the guest I have, he recruits a lot of the people starring his movies at conventions. Yeah, he just can't go and be normal at these. No, no, he needs to stand out. He needs to recruit co-stars. Folks, I have appeared in nine of his movies, although I've only seen five or six of those, but nonetheless, this guy's filmmaking is a process. He does about 20 different films at once. And anyway, I've had him on six times prior, so here we are with the seventh, you know. So, folks, here we are with James Balsamo. How do you do, James?
Hey everybody, great to be back for a seventh time. I think I'm the first guest to be here seven times. Is that true, Greg?
Nope.
Well, I'm the first James Balsamo to be here seven times. That's right, isn't it, Greg?
There you go. Yeah, that
There you
that
go.
sounds accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a few. Like Scotty McCoy has got nine in. So
Oh shit. All right.
yeah, he's got nine in. But
All
there's only been a handful that's even made it up to where you are on this. So there you go.
right. Nice.
Yeah,
Give me a hand.
there you go. There you go. Now, I didn't have time before I started on here, but I still get your Blu-ray for It Wants Blood here, all signed
Oh,
and yeah,
very
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I'm trying to think who I ran into that was in that. I know Eileen Dietz is in that, and she's been on here a few times, and I met her at Frightmare in the Falls a couple years ago, and yeah, so we shared the fact that we are both in that movie, so. So anyway, I enjoyed It Wants Blood, probably the best so far of the ones. But then again, maybe I'm biased because I appear in it twice on
Right.
TV, being watched by Eric Roberts, who I still haven't had on here yet. But because I need to ask him what it was like working with me.
Oh yeah.
I heard he never had any complaints.
Yep, that's true.
So, James, how are you holding up? I know you're in Los Angeles, right?
That's right.
How'd you fare on the January fires?
It was scary, honestly. There was they got pretty close to me. So luckily I didn't have to evacuate, you know what I mean? Natural disasters are a terrifying thing. I make rubber monster movies and you know what I mean? People are scared of the creatures, but I mean this is like a real disaster thing. So it was like it was awful. I had the alert on my phone and it would say like it's getting closer. You know what I mean? And they move so fast. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, some people didn't even make it out in time. Like I heard the fire can spread as fast as a football field like that. You know what I mean? So it's like it's weird. The other thing is the earthquake thing. So it's like the earthquake and the fire, you know what I mean? But luckily they don't happen all the time, but we got through it and we're on the other side of it. So
I heard
and
the
I'm
last time
grateful.
I heard that the last time you had an alert on your phone that said it's getting closer was where you were supposed to have the doctor's exam where they put the rubber gloved hand up your ass.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, I schedule those for fun, so that's a joyful alert.
Yeah. Yeah, I was listening to those fires and like I'm 4 hours ahead of you, so I've had people that I've interviewed that lost their homes.
Right.
So yeah, it's not that's devastating. And so and I not that I want to get political, but I don't think Governor Nuisance, as I like to call him, was any help to the matter.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to talk about because it is what it is, and then there's moments of possible relief, and then people take advantage of terrible situations. So what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? So it is what it is, and that's why I make movies like It Wants Blood. You know what I mean? It's kind of like glaring of what society is, but with rubber monsters and twists. So it's like if you look between the lines, everything I have to say is on the screen. I don't feel like saying it, so I rather just put a rubber monster in to say it. It's easier that way.
Well, like I said, I'm part of 90 year films and including It Wants Blood. Um, right now it's hard for me to even to be part of these now, uh it's difficult for me, but I'm working two jobs now, so but nonetheless, Weird Al Yankovic being in the second one, that was very, very tempting because I've always been a big fan of his. So yeah,
Yeah,
now did he tell you to tone it down?
yeah, he did. He beat me with an accordion, actually.
Did he?
Yeah, he's really strong. He crunched me and was like, like an old Acme cartoon.
There you go. There you go. Wow, I've been a fan of Weird Al since I I didn't know about his first album. I remember when the 3D album came into effect, and that was where
Mhm.
I caught wind of him. But I've got all of his stuff on CD, so you
Yeah.
know, yeah. So always been a big fan of Weird Al. Do you like to reminisce a little bit about what he was like to work with?
Yeah, I mean it was great. He came into my house and we filmed for like 3 hours. He turns into a weird owl. So we filmed him in front of a green screen where Weird Al turns into a weird owl. And then I got to do a scene with him where he was screaming in my face, which was like so surreal because I grew up, you know what I mean, with the Eat It albums and Dare to Be Stupid. And so to have like Weird Al yelling in my face in my living room is like so weird.
Well, that's
Weird.
common for you people yelling in your face, isn't that true?
Oh yeah, all the time. You know what I mean?
Like I
They're
heard the
like,
paper
James,
boy
why are
yells
you
in your
still
face.
wearing clothes? Get naked.
I heard even the paper boy yells in your face.
Yeah, it's true.
Then he beats you with the newspaper.
Yeah, here's my nickel.
Yeah. Weird Al came to your house. That must have been surreal.
Yeah, it was. You know what I mean? It was great. We had a small crew, and he was super easy to work with. And we
Hmm.
got Weird Al's vegan, so we got him some vegan craft services to take home. And then we shot him. We shot him probably in like 3.5 hours, maybe something like that. And then he went on his way. So
Wow.
yeah.
Now, does he have a weird car?
Actually, I had a limo service pick him up, and the
Oh,
limo driver was my regular limo driver, and he was late. So Weird Al was sitting in front of my house for like an extra half an hour. And I stayed outside with him, and I got to talk with him, and that was a whole nother weird thing. Is that Weird Al was like sitting on the sidewalk outside of my house. You know what I mean? He just because the limo driver was late. So
I heard they used to but when they call a limo driver for you, um, they send something for you, but they're usually late too because they have to stop at all the other places and dump the trash.
that's right. Yeah, the garbage truck is usually my limo. That's they're like, okay, get in the dumpster, and then I come out, just like Oscar the Grouch.
This is great. This is what happens when you're on here a seventh time.
Yeah.
You still in touch with Eric Roberts?
Oh yeah, I see him all the time. He's my neighbor. He lives down the block from me. So
Well, you know what? Why don't you direct him to my show?
yeah, okay.
Him and his wife. His wife was an Animal House. I'd like to get them on the show.
Yeah, she was. She was in a few of my films also. Eliza Roberts. She's in a
Yeah,
movie I did with Craig Muckler called Mark and Clark: World Adventurers.
I've had Craig on here. I think he was on for the fourth or fifth time this year. Why am
Oh,
I blanking on how many times? But he's been on here as well, you know. So, yep,
yeah, very
yep.
exciting.
So,
I just started shooting the official sequel to Microwave Massacre Part 2.
oh,
Originally,
really?
that's right. Originally written by Craig Muckler himself. I got the rights to do the sequels for 2 and 3. So be on the lookout for Microwave Massacre 2, Undead Leftovers, and 3, Hawaiian style.
Oh, wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So, is he still gonna be running around with the neighbors?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I play Donald's grandson. So I'm Donald the Third. So I play 3 in the movie. And we just filmed in the Home of Peace Cemetery in Whittier, Los Angeles. It's where Curly and Shemp from the Three Stooges are laid to rest. And so they opened a real crypt for me to put a fake body in. And when the guys opened up the first crypt, they were like, "Oh, pick a crypt, whatever you want that doesn't have a name on it, we could open it." So they open a crypt and then they go, "Oh, sorry, somebody's in here." It was all sealed up. So they opened 2 crypts for us that day. And that's my Tales from the Crypt.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I've had Craig on here. Let me see if I bring that up here. What was he on this year? This year he did number four. So he's not five-timer on the show yet.
Well, you got to get them back on and talk about Microwave Massacre Part 2 and 3. It's going to be good.
Oh,
I'm
I'm gonna
thinking about
make him.
going to Hawaii for the third one, Hawaiian style. But we got to get through 2 first. So,
Oh, I'm gonna make him wait.
and then Troy Froman is an associate producer on that also. Troy is my co-star in Microwave Massacre Part 2. He plays my neighbor Eddie. So it's gonna be fun.
You
And
know
then
what you need to do? You
what's
need to
that?
get Troy Froman and my fellow New Brunswicker Sean Doucette in a film
Okay.
together where Sean Doucette has unicorn and Troy Froman has whatever that fucking puppet is that he has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
Oh my goodness. I would like to get them all on there together.
Yeah, that sounds like a great time.
Yeah. No, you've done a lot of stuff with Troy Froman. I've had him on here a number of times too. So,
Oh, I love Troy. He's so fun to work with.
hmm
Yeah.
do you get is he easy to abuse?
He's a very self-deprecating comic actor. You know what I mean? So whenever we do stuff, he's always like, "Oh, it'd be funny if you hit me in the stomach," or you know what I mean? Like Three Stooges kind of stuff, which I love. and I fall into myself. I love that self-deprecating humor. So it's fun
Mhm.
to work with another actor that gets that kind of style. You know what I mean? Because I don't usually play the straight man. I usually play the goof. So with Troy, I get to play the straight man a little bit, which is nice. You know what I mean? Because I love Mo. Mo is such a great anchor. You know what I mean? So
I can't see you playing straight anything.
that's true. That's acting, my friend. Acting.
Yeah. But no, you've got a lot of films on the go. I don't know how you do this, where you've got so many going on the go at once.
I know, and with my new company, Star Pictures, I've really been cranking them out. So I just hit 600 film products 2 months ago, and I'm already at 614 to date. So, and
There
then
you
I
go.
put out another 14 titles this week. So hopefully we'll be hitting 1,000 before I turn 40 in January.
Oh my goodness, you're 39? You got a
Uh-huh.
while to catch up to me. I'm 53 this year.
Oh yeah, you don't look a day over 52, Greg.
No? Yeah, you wait till you hit my age and all the issues you got coming. Well, you got issues anyway, but
I got the whole subscription. I don't know what you're talking about.
I remember a couple years ago, I was at Chiller in New Jersey, and I got to meet a couple of your cohorts. I met Dave Stein, the
Oh,
Lich
nice.
himself, yep,
I love
and I
Dave. Yeah.
met,
We've been
yeah,
talking about doing a Lich sequel, so the Lich in Space. It might be a
mhm.
video game because I'm starting to make video games now. I got Escape the Mad Mind of James Balsamo. It's an online game, and that should be out within the month. So I'm very excited about that.
You got to get Genevieve Rossi back in your movies. You
Oh yeah.
know, Genevieve I met at Chiller. She and Dave had a table together
Uh-huh.
selling their Attack of the Killer Chickens movie.
Right.
Um, I gotta say, Genevieve looks even hotter in person. I gotta say,
Yeah.
yeah. So no, it was nice to meet her. I'd like to do Chiller again. And, again, I don't want to get political, but I don't know what things are like going to the States and all this stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't listen to mainstream media because I don't care for paid propaganda, you
Sure.
know?
Yeah.
And personally, I'm Canadian, so Donald Trump really is, I've got no opinion,
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was to the States for Chiller back in 2024 and I had a great time and I'd like to do it again,
Mm.
you know? But yeah, I hear all these nightmarish stories about them, you know, checking your phone or checking this. I mean, they're gonna definitely fuck with me if they know that I've had any communication with you.
Oh yeah, you're a dead man.
Yeah, I'll be in big trouble then.
Yeah.
He said, "You committed 9 offenses." I'm like, 9 offenses? Yeah, you are in 9 James Balsamo movies.
That's right.
Any- Anyway, no, I enjoyed it there. But you know what? I'm going to say this. I refuse to shit all over the US because I remember, and this really soured me when our previous clown, uh in fact, I'll even call him what Trump calls him, Governor Trudeau. He couldn't even do that.
Mm.
Told people at hockey games here to cheer the US anthem. And I'm like, that complete. I mean, I found him appalling before, but this really tipped it to me because I was like, there was no way I was going to do that, especially since Trump said, take care of the border, take care of the fentanyl problem, and this jackass couldn't do that. So and our new jackass isn't any better, you know. So I will not jeer the US. So there you go. I said, hey, James Balsamo was in the US. You
Right.
know, the one guy desperate enough to put me in 9 of his movies.
True.
You
Yeah.
know, the guy, the one guy in the States that found 2 of us fuckers in New Brunswick to put in his film. That deserves mention in the World Guinness Book of Records. Which is something I've never met Sean in person, but he's like, I'm in Fredericton, he's in Moncton. That's like a little over 2 hours away.
Oh, wow.
And it's like it's still mind-boggling to both of us. Like you got 2 of us
Yeah.
in your fucking movies from this fucking province, you know? It's so funny to both of us, but but anyway, I'm looking over your credits here because you got a movie here called The Wanker. Now, is that you or Troy Froman? Which one of you is wanking?
Uh, it's it's a short film I did for somebody in England named Nick Box.
A
Uh,
short film? A short? Oh, come on. Please don't
yeah.
talk about your manhood like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I played the wanker in that. It was like a British, insult, people say you're a wanker. So I did a bit called Wanker Away.
Oh my goodness, you got Vernon Wells in this.
Oh yeah, Vernon Wells is in Alien Danger too. That was great. Vernon Wells, we took him out to dinner afterwards. That guy could talk. I took him out to a steakhouse, and they were like, "We're closed. Get out." And Vernon Wells was still talking. They were like, "You need to leave."
I had Vernon on the show twice, and
Yeah.
I met him at the first convention I ever did. I met him at Horrorama, and his
Mm.
table was very close to where, like, I was there working with Lisa Langlois, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, and anyway, his table was not right next, but you kind of uh, like that.
Hmm.
So anyway, that was it was fun joshing with them whenever anytime things slowed down, which wasn't often, but still.
Right.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed meeting him and having him on the show. And of course, he would talk about. Uh, I asked him about where his mohawk went. He said that's long gone.
Hold on. Give me a minute. I gotta pause. I hear my dog making a weird noise.
What's that?
I said, give me a second.
Okay, I'll give you a pause here. Actually, folks, I'll just keep talking here for a minute. Yeah, folks, I'm in nine James Balsamo movies. I've got Yet Once Blood here on Blu-ray, so yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we were not saying a thing about you while you were gone. Not a
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
Not a thing. Only the bad stuff.
Good.
So anyway, yeah, I'm looking at some of the cast members. Like,
Mhm.
who is Galina Slavoda? Like, shoot, she's gorgeous. You got to recruit her for one of your movies.
Yeah.
She looks dangerous. You gotta like that. But anyway, you got the wanker coming out, and you say it's a short film?
No, it's out. That came out years ago.
No, you say it's a short film.
Yes.
Okay. Well, and then
It's in an anthology. Yeah.
and now you have Garbage Night.
Yeah, I'm on Garbage Night 3. One and two are out already, and then Garbage Night 3. It's my first black and white anthology. It's like the Twilight Zone, Outer Limits kind of thing. And it stars Rudy Ledbetter as R.E. Cycle. He's like the Twilight Zone host. And then it's got these short films and, weird stuff. And I made three, and we're doing four already. So one and two are already out in stores, and three should be out by the end of the month. And then four is being edited right now. So,
I like the titles you got for your films, like you got Slice 2, Children of the Chorus, which is of course a play on golf.
yeah.
Yeah. Once and Future Smash. Now I know of that because I've interviewed several people on that.
Yeah, so that's not my movie. That's Michael J. Epstein and Sophia. Oh, forgive me, Sophia. Con I can't pronounce her last name. Sophia C. It's very Italian.
But
But anyway, they made that movie, and yeah, I can't even begin to pronounce it correctly. I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm just not. But I love
see,
Michael and Sophia, and they've shot a few movies for me. They did Bite School 2 and Robot Dracula that's coming out. So, and they're shooting Microwave Massacre 2 for me right now. So,
well, what's interesting is that I mean you got your two from Greasy Strangler in it. I've had them both on.
oh yeah, Michael St. Michael's. He's great. I love Michael.
Oh, I've had him and I've had
Sky Elbar.
yeah,
Nice.
I've had them both on here and I had them both on here together, which was something else.
Yeah.
But I mean you had the gorgeous Melanie Kinnaman is in this, so I mean
Oh yeah. I Spill Your Guts too. Yeah, she's great.
she's in I Spill Your Guts too.
Yeah.
You're kidding me because I'm in that.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm in a movie with Melanie Kinnaman.
You are. Yeah.
Wow. I wish I was in a scene with her.
Yeah, I got to scoop her up. I got to hold her like the old school creature from the Black Lagoon. I've got a picture of me and her on my refrigerator.
So what was the premise of that you get to do that?
Well, she's a reporter. She's reporting about the American executioner killing people. And so I come into the newsroom and I murder her. So we just did like a quick photo shoot where I scoop her up and she's like, I'm a final girl. You can't kill me. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, watch me.
How light was she?
So light, like a feather.
Because seeing I've never met her. I'd like to.
Yeah.
Uh,
She's
yeah,
so
but
sweet.
well, I like she looks really tiny, but it's been confirmed to me that she is. So
Yeah, she is.
yeah. Did she
Yeah.
have the chainsaw or the pink sweater?
I gave her a machete. We did a little bit of a photo shoot with, she's got the machete.
She still can't get that pink sweater to hold still.
Yeah,
Why are you rubbing that dog's ass?
because he likes it. So do I.
Yeah.
This
Let's
is
go make
Alf.
a. He's like, there you go. You're owned. Massage the ass.
What do you want? Oh, Greg, he said you're very nice.
Folks, we're watching 9.5 weeks, 50 Shades of Grey going on here right now. We're seeing some very, very intimate stuff between James and his dog.
This is
We
what I
got to
do when
get
I'm not making movies. I'm just hanging out with Alf. Bless me.
we're going to get Troy Froman and Sean Doucette and Unicorn in on this too. Yeah. Because I
Oh,
guarantee you Sean Doucette massages the ass end of that fucking stuffed toy.
yeah.
So anyway, I got to do Fan Expo this year, and
Oh.
I enjoyed doing that. I know you are prominent at the conventions. How many have you done this year?
I just did one like 2 weeks ago in North Carolina. I did Mad Monster Party. So that's mostly the show that I do, Mad Monster Party. So we'll be doing the one in February, and then there's another one. I One's in Arizona, one's in North Carolina. You'll have to look it up, Mad Monster Party. But I'll be at those.
Now, who did you recruit for this one while you were there?
I almost got Corey Feldman, but he was on the fence, and I had to catch a flight. So I'll be working on Corey in the near future because he wasn't a hard no. He was like they were like, well, maybe, but he had a line, and then I had to leave. So I was like, I waited till Sunday to ask him, and I was like, can you do this thing? And they were like, yeah, maybe. Very nice. Very nice. I love his work. You know what I mean? I love his band. So look for
You
Corey
you
Feldman.
you need to get Kimberly back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her in Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Or get those twins.
Oh yeah.
I met them. They are totally friggin' British.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I guess that didn't dawn on me even watching the movie, but uh but they are totally British. Listen to them talk. They were at Frightmare in the Falls one year,
Nice.
and yeah, they called themselves the Doublemint Twins.
Oh nice.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
know Kate Segal was a Doublemint twin? Her and her sister.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Katie
Katie Segal.
Seagal as in Peg Bundy.
Correct. She has a twin sister.
She has a twin sister. Now there you go. I learned something today.
Yeah, you're
Holy
welcome.
fuck, you know things are bad when you learn things from James Balsamo.
That's true. I am a
Wow,
plethora of useless knowledge
there
about
you go. Oh
Kate Segal.
wow. So was Corey Feldman the only one that you tried to recruit there?
Yeah, well, I talked to the Honky Tonk Man, who's in Bite School too, about doing another movie, and he's in Phoenix. So, he's not officially attached yet, but we talked about it when I do it. I'm doing this movie called Snake Church about a snake pastor that has these possessed snakes that turn people into snake humanoid monsters. And so Darren Ewing from Troll 2, oh my God, he's officially attached. And then, I don't have anything in writing, but I talked to the Honky Tonk Man and he said he's in for it. So myself, Darren Ewing, and the Honky Tonk Man will fight mutant snake people in Snake Church. And
Are you gonna have Jake in it?
that's the plan, but it's not official yet. Jake was in my movie Catch of the Day,
I know.
and
So
so I'd love
he's
to get him back for that. That's how the whole joke kind of started. Is that Jake the Snake, was the pastor and has these snakes, and they get possessed, and then the Honky Tonk Man has to fight him. But I don't know what their relationship is, and I've worked more recently with the Honky Tonk Man than I have with Jake. I mean, Jake I worked with over a decade ago, and I've only done a few conventions with him since then. So we'll see. It's still in the works, but Snake Church is coming soon, and Rudy Ledbetter is one of the pastors, from Snake Church. So that's fun. He filmed his stuff, and but I'll probably shoot that in Phoenix, Arizona, because some of the actors are over there. So I've just been looking for a church that I can explode snake people in to make a mess.
You know
So
what you need? You need to go to church and you need to do your confessions.
Oh yeah, I don't have that
I'm
much time.
yeah, you don't have that much time is right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure,
The priest is like, all right, already. Jeez.
how much longer is this going to be?
Yeah, he's like, I've got a 7-year-old at 7 p.m. that I have to meet.
You've been here for, the century's almost up.
Yeah, right, exactly.
We got flying cars already planned and invented out there. You're still fucking around in here.
You know what? Did you see Elon announce those flying cars? They're coming. That's it. They're on their way.
Could you imagine the friggin' traffic in the sky?
Could you imagine people running out of gas in those cars? Oh shit, I forgot to fill up my flying car. Oops.
Well, our not so bright government wants to impose EV mandates here.
Mm,
Yeah, like where I am, uh, one of the coldest provinces in Canada, that isn't gonna fly.
right.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know, maybe the big cities, but
Mm,
not here,
right.
but
Yeah,
but
I don't know why people would want that. You know what I mean?
well,
Like,
nobody here does. But our government is well, how can I say it? Stupid.
right.
There you go. This is why rather than try to come to a trade agreement with Trump, they're busy fucking around.
Yeah.
Enough said, you know? But anyway, I may be able to meet Jake the Snake this fall at a convention. But I don't know what things are going to be like for me this fall, but I'd love to meet Jake.
He's really nice. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
He's a really, you know what I mean? He's a really nice guy. Even though Ric Flair won't tell you that. Ric Flair screamed at me at a convention because I was trying to get Ric Flair to do a cameo, and I had told him I had Jake the Snake in one of my movies. I was just mentioning, more famous wrestlers that I had worked with. And Ric Flair turned into like television Ric Flair and was like, "Don't ever say Jake, woo, the snake to me ever again." Like he went crazy on me, and I was just like, "What's Are you a real person? Like, why are you talking to me like that? What is happening?" So, and the best part is I still asked him for a selfie after he went crazy on me. I was like, "Yeah, sorry about that, but can we still get a picture?" And so Ric Flair is just like, "I hate you, but sure."
You know what would have been interesting is to see a shouting match between Ric Flair and the Iron Sheik.
Oh my God, I couldn't imagine. I got to meet the Sheik also. I got to meet the Sheik at a Mad Monster party. The Sheik and Sergeant Slaughter, who happens to be in my movie Alien Danger 2.
Hmm.
So, I got a photo with both of them. That was great.
Did
Sheik,
he put you in the camel or the Cobra Clutch?
oh man, no, he did not. But Bob Backlund put me in a chicken wing crossface one time and almost ripped my arm out of my shoulder. I was like, "Can we get a picture with the?" He was like, "You want the chicken wing?" I'm like, "Sure." He wrenched it so I was like, "What is happening?" I thought we were taking a nice photo. No, Bob Backlund almost ripped my shoulder out. Frickin' Bob, still so nice. And I was like, "That was kind of cool, but weird."
Well, I heard that there's an understanding with the conventions that don't abuse the guest, but you can abuse Balsamo. I heard something about that.
Yeah. That's a general rule.
So did you ever get you got Nikolai Volkov in one of your movies, but do you ever get the Iron Sheik?
I never got Cheeky Baby, but my good friend John Hennigan did. He did a whole movie, The Iron Sheik Massacre, or what's that thing called? He did a movie where Jim Oldula, my buddy, who's also in Microwave Massacre Part 2, who did all the makeup masks
Mhm.
for Slipknot for the last few years, he uh, he made like a whole Sheik puppet, and the Iron Sheik did the voiceover, and he goes on a killing spree, and John Hennigan directed that. So
Just a second. My phone is going here. Who is just a second.
okay, Greg.
What? I'm talking to James Balsamo on here.
Oh,
James, you tell my brother you got an award-winning movie coming out.
I've got an award-winning movie just for you to be in, but you have to be
just
naked,
just for me.
just for you.
I have watched some of your work. It's very
Please,
entertaining.
thank you. Please tell me you gave Greg lots of purple nurples growing up.
He's my
No,
younger brother. He did no such thing.
no. Well,
Well, now is your chance for revenge. You're big now. Give Greg all the purple nurples.
I'm
Jay,
afraid that's not my tactic of choice.
you know what? I don't know if I'm even going to be able to put this interview up because James was doing some 9.5 week shit with his dog on here.
That's fantastic. I'm sure you can edit around that.
No, I really can. He was massaging the dog's ass and
Okay, okay.
yeah.
I mean, there's nothing actually wrong with that. I mean, if it was, mutual, I guess.
And Bob Backlund beat him up.
It's true.
Bob Backlund's dead.
No, Bob Backlund's still alive.
You serious?
Yes, he's 75 years old.
Oh shit, I thought he died.
No. Shit, what are you talking about? Sure, he'll love hearing this.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't wish him bad. I mean, I love Bob Backlund growing up, but I didn't think he was still alive.
Yeah. And he said that Ric Flair yelled in his face.
Yeah, I don't think Ric Flair knows how to do anything other than yell, though.
That's true. That's fair. That's a very fair statement.
I mean, it might not have been offensive. I mean, did he woo?
He wooed. Yeah.
Well, then, I mean, how can he be sure that he was yelling? He might have just been speaking to you normally.
Yeah, that's fair.
So in this movie you got coming up, is the honky tonk man gonna hit you with the guitar?
I don't know. I had asked him about that before. He was a little hesitant about it. I don't know if he still does that. So
Why would he be hesitant? Everybody else is beating the shit out of you.
that's true.
Good
He
lord.
he's gonna work with the oh my lord guy from Troll 2 because he's really looking for talent.
Oh, nice. I mean, that's one of the most popular memes going now.
Well, he wants to
And yeah.
compete. He wants to be as good a filmmaker as Tommy Wiseau and Neil Breen.
I mean, honestly, people still watch the movies. So, is it a failure? Not really. That's the thing. Like, people can say whatever they want as long as the eyes are still on it. Doesn't matter.
I like your brother, Greg. He's the smart one.
Yeah. Yeah, but he didn't pay to be part of any of your movies, so there you go. There you go.
I didn't say I
Yeah,
like him more than you, Greg. I just said I like him.
suck on that, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
No, I want to give you a quick call, see when you're going to be swinging by.
Well, I'll text you. What do you mean swinging by? You got my car, so I'll text you when I'm done here talking to James and what he's doing with his dog and
Absolutely.
how he wants to involve Troy Froman in it and Sean Doucette and his unicorn.
Okay, well, Mr. Balsamo, it's been a pleasure.
It has. The pleasure's all yours. I appreciate it.
You have yourself a good night.
You too, brother.
All right. Yeah, I'll text you when I'm done.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yep, bye.
Hey, brother's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, it's my younger brother. Every time I do a convention, I always bring him an autograph because he watches Skittles, my cat, while I'm gone.
Yeah, how's
You know,
Skittles doing? I didn't see Skittles.
you just give me a second. I'm gonna abduct Skittles. We'll get Skittles. He's gonna be part of this. Nice Skittles. Skittles. Skittles, you are being called. Skittles, what were you doing on top of the toilet? Were you, he was doubling as a toilet seat.
Oh.
Yes. He says, yeah, James does that. Hi, Skittles. Skittles, like, oh my goodness, of everybody. Why? Why?
Oh, Skittles.
Oh, Skittles, my buddy. You've appeared in a few James Balsamo movies.
That's right.
Skittles is like, not by choice. You blackmailed me because I have to live here.
That's true.
Yeah. Skittles, do you have any questions for James? What's
Mm.
that? He says, why do you own a dog?
Yeah, I'm allergic to cats, unfortunately. Sorry, Skittles.
Skittles says he's very offended with you.
Yeah, I don't blame Skittles.
Skittles says he's very, very, very offended. If you're allergic to cats, why is that why you stopped working with Genevieve Rossi?
It's true.
She's a nice kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did the Iron Sheik put you in the camel clutch and make you humble?
He did not, sadly. I was never humbled by the Iron Sheik. We just got a photo, and that's all I have to remember him by. But he was very nice. He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, come in, baby, come on." It was
I
nice.
have Roddy Piper's daughter comes on here every year. Did you ever meet
Nice.
Roddy Piper?
I did. We did a few shows together, and I was sad because I was such a big fan. I didn't want to ask him to do a cameo, and he said no, so I just never asked him. But we had done so many conventions together. He always like said hello to me. You know what I mean? So it was like, I'll ask him the next one. That's why you never know. You know what I mean? I was like, I'll get him next time.
Yeah.
So
Skittles says you have to pay him in treats.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's that's good. Skittles, get what works for you. You know what I mean?
Skittles is like you. Skittles is like you embarrass me. You embarrass me. Yeah, he's running away over there. He's like, shit, man. I was sleeping on top of the toilet. I was like, Skittles, thanks to you sleep on the cats will sleep anywhere. Thanks to you sleep on the toilet, I have to piss in the sink and shit in your litter box. It's like, thanks, Skittles. Yeah,
Yeah.
his dignity is gone right now.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. So I met Sting at Fan Expo. Did you ever have Sting in any of your movies?
no, I never met Sting actually, but I do like the Stinger. You know.
Well, he when I met him last month, it was the last time apparently he was going to be appearing at cons wearing his war paint and
Oh, okay.
wrestling getup. So I got that.
Cool.
Trish Stratus was supposed to be there, but she ended up having to cancel because of some family issues. So
Great. Still
yeah,
unbelievable.
you know who I'd like to see you get in one of your movies is Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
I like Liv Morgan.
Oh yeah. Me too.
You could all well, you had Lita in your movie. You could get Trish Stratus.
I know it's true. I did.
What was Lita like?
She was great. Easy to work with, funny. Um, she came
Hot?
stunning. You know what I mean? I've been a big Lita fan for a long time, and it was her first movie. So I was honored to have her first feature film.
Her first feature film is in a movie that I appear in twice.
Correct.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet Ricky Steamboat?
I never met him in person. I talked to him over emails. I was trying to get him in a movie and I just couldn't get him. I was trying to throw money at him and he just didn't want to do it. So,
No.
you know, maybe one day. You know what I mean? It's funny. One day they say no, and then they want the $5. So you know what I mean? So so right
There
now
you go.
it's no, but you never know. Tomorrow he might want the $5 and the corned beef sandwich. So we'll see.
So what made the honky tonk man say yes twice now?
I had to beg him, and he's so funny. I love the honky tonk man. He's such a genuine guy. I was like, come on, you know what I mean? We were at a convention, and I was like, come on. He was like, nah. I was like, do it. Come on. He's like, all right, fine. So, really fun guy. Really fun. And then when I gave him the movie a few weeks ago that he was in, he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember doing this." And he was like, "Man, you should have had cue cards or something. Like you gave me too much dialogue." So I was like, "All right, I'm gonna do this other movie, Snake Church, and I want you to do that." And he was like, "All right, we'll do it." So, you know, Snake Church, honky tonk man. Maybe I'll have him break a guitar over a snake head.
Yeah. So he's in which movie was he in that I was in? Uh, was it American Werewolf or not American Werewolf? The
No, he
werewolf movie.
Honky Tonks in Bite School too.
Bite School too. Yes, I'm in that. I'm in that. Okay, that works. That works. So who else have you tried to get lately but got turned down by?
My hit rate is probably 80%, which is crazy because
Mhm.
I ask a lot of celebrities. I just got the writer of Total Recall to do a cameo in Robot Dracula, and I got Charles Band from Full Moon in Robot Dracula. But who did I ask that said, no, I don't think so. I had asked, who's Angela from Night of the Demons?
Oh, Amelia Kincaid?
Yeah, I had asked Amelia a few months ago and she passed. And then I just saw her a few weeks ago at this convention and we took a picture and she was like leaning on me and I was like, you don't remember who I am, do you? So
You know what?
she was so nice in person. She wasn't rude via, our message exchange. She just was like, nah, I don't really want to do that. I'm not really doing a lot of movies anymore. And I was like, please, I got Kevin Tenney who directed Night of the Demons and Linnea Quigley. She's in Robot Dracula, and I love Linnea. She's in a few of my movies, and she was nice. She just didn't want to do it. And then in person, she was literally hanging on me, and I was like, I didn't have the heart to be like, you don't know who I am. That's okay.
Yeah, it took some convincing to get her on my show. I had her on here once.
Yeah,
Yeah. So and she was fine. She was fine, you know. But it took a little bit of convincing, but I got her and I had a good time with her, you know.
yeah. She's very sweet in person. You know what I mean? And I honestly, I probably could have pushed a little bit while I was at the show, but I was like, eh. You know what I mean? I
So
love Night of the Demons, so I think that's what I mean. A
you need to
brilliant
get
use of
you need to
horror
get
cinema.
Kathy Podwell.
Yeah.
I've had her on here. You ever reach
Oh,
out to her?
I haven't actually.
I got her on Facebook.
Okay.
Yep. She's lovely. Very nice
Who
person.
else do you think I should get, Greg?
Who else? I think you should get the cast of The Room.
Oh yeah. I'd love to get Tommy Wiseau. I love him. I think he's so fun.
Yeah. Let me see. In terms of wrestlers, you gotta get Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan's friggin' hilarious. She's a hoot.
I can't get anybody under WWE contract. They won't do it. So I have to wait until they're not signed. So who's a retired guy that you could think of?
Oh, gee. Hmm. Did you ever get Larry Zbyszko?
No.
I've had him on here.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Well, if you couldn't get Roddy Piper, you should see if you can get his daughter, Teal.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Ariel. Yeah, I have her on here every year. She even
Okay.
did a Doubtfire Face challenge for me, which was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Speaking of Doubtfire Face challenge, I had Tori Wilson do that. Did you ever get Tori Wilson in one of your movies?
No, but I used to love her. I haven't seen her in a while, but yeah, she's stunning.
She is stunning. She's still stunning. I'd love to
Yeah.
get her on here. Let me see who else. How about Jimmy Hart? You know that guy is 81 years old and you would never tell.
Oh, I didn't know. That's great.
I
Yeah, he
mean,
does
that guy's
a
got
lot.
energy.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'd love to get him in something.
Yeah. Let me see who else. I can't think of it. Did you ever get Terry Funk in one of your movies?
No, I tried. It just didn't work out. Yeah. I got McFoley though. McFoley, one of his fine proteges is in Robot Dracula. So
There you go.
yeah.
There you go. You should have a segment where Mr. Sacco takes on Sean Doucette's unicorn.
Oh yeah, that'd be a hell of a match.
So what else has got you got coming up here? Because the last thing you listed on IMDb is a garbage night. So
So I've got Padre Morte coming out.
mhm.
That's the luchador that wrestles the evil out of people, and then Microwave Massacre 2, which has uh, Mick Garris in it, and Craig Muckler, Troy Froman, and then UFC fighter Brian Boom Kelleher is in that also. And then I've got my video game coming out, Escape the Mad Mind of James Balsamo. And I'm doing a contest for the best boobs in America. So go to balsamocontest.com and I'm casting for the star of my new movie, Battle Strip, where it's a post-apocalypse Mad Max-esque world, and women are forced to strip naked and fight to the death by their mutant overlords. And then they must escape the clutches of this mad, mad world. And so the winner gets $10,000 cash, and people can vote for the winner to see who has the best boobs in America.
You go get any notable names involved with that?
Oh yeah, but we're still in the contest slash casting process. So
You know, this just reminded me of something. I think it was Hollywood Werewolf. I think you had the beautiful Angel Bradford. And I've had Angel Bradford on here, and it's always kind of cool seeing her updates and this and that. Um, I've if I ever get her back on here, I'm going to ask her about this because you had her in what a bathtub or something, and she was pouring beans and all this milk and all that stuff on. Talk about that process. How do you convince somebody to do that?
I send them a message. I say, I'll give you money. I'm doing this movie with Andy Dick. Will you pour milk all over your naked body in a bathtub? And she says, okay. And then I send her the money, and then she sends me the video and signs the release. And then you get to sit home and touch yourself to it.
I was actually surprised to see her do that.
Yeah, yeah, she's very nice.
Yeah, did you ever meet her in person?
No, I didn't actually. She did a self tape, and that's how it is with some of these actresses, especially after COVID. You know what I mean? I was really like a purist filmmaker. I like to shoot everything. I don't really like stock footage. But when the world kind of shut down and I had to make content, I kind of reached out to people that were doing, nudity and promoting like their own kind of self beauty standards online. And so I would say, hey, can you do a self tape and send it? You know, so that's kind of how that all started. But I still prefer to shoot nudity in person
I
just
bet you do.
because it's, well, yeah, you get a firsthand view of what you really want and you get to direct, you know what I mean, how the beans fall off of their naked body. And if you don't like it, you could do another take. So, like with a self tape, they send you one or two takes, and then whatever it is, like what you get is what you get. You know what I mean? And then you could say, "Oh, can you reshoot this?" But you're lucky if that ever happens. You know what I mean? Because people are busy and they're like, "Come on." You know what I mean? At a certain point, it's like you get what you get. When you're directing in person, you could say, "Let's try that again." You know what I mean? So.
Well, here's a question. What's the most famous boobs you had in front of you in person?
Person, probably Lola Pearl. She's an adult film star that I've been working with for a long time, and she really started getting popular lately. And so she stars in my new movie, Massage Massacre.
Oh, wow.
And then, I'm already on three of those. We did Massage Massacre 2, Rubbed to Death, and then Massage Massacre 3, Unhappy Endings. And so,
Is
uh,
Sean gonna be in there massaging his unicorn?
yeah, well, he will be at home, that's for sure.
Oh, wow. Wow. So, yeah, I just did Fan Expo. I gotta ask, have you ever had any experience with William Shatner?
I did a convention with William Shatner where we were both celebrity guests, and we got to hang out in the green room for a little bit. And I took a selfie with Billy, and he was very nice. You know what I mean? I love Devil's Reign. Devil's Reign is my favorite William Shatner uh, starring picture. You know what I mean? I'm not a big Star Trek guy. I've always been a Star Wars fan, but I love Greg Devil's Reign. And so I was super excited to meet Shatner, but I what do you say to a guy like that? I just wanted my picture and I was happy to talk to him for like a minute about nothing, you know.
I met him twice. The first time was at Chiller, and he looked like he had just fallen out of bed. But I met him, got a picture signed for my brother for watching Skittles, and I got a selfie with him. I met him last month at Fan Expo, and he basically became the worst person I've met at a con.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, I don't know what happened on his end.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something with a flight or something, but I stood in his line for 4 hours.
Uh,
Yep. And he wasn't there. And then I hear staff from the event saying that Shatner is known for doing this. And I'm like, when I have a job and I'm told to be somewhere at a certain time, I'm there. I'm not expected to show up there 5 minutes before the shift ends. So, and then I get up to him, got a picture signed, and I asked to do a selfie, and he wouldn't do a selfie. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, you know what? This is very fucking uncomfortable. I didn't say this, but certainly my body language certainly gave it off. It's the second time I met him, and it'll be the last time. It's I kind of see George Takei's point.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So another, and this wasn't so much the guest's fault, but handlers are there to take money and take the selfies. That's what they're there for. Otherwise, fuck off. I uh I know if I do Fan Expo again, there's things I got to do differently because like to me, it was always a standard rule. You pay so much for an autograph, or you can get an autograph and a selfie or a combo.
Mm.
And I know there's photo ops. I never heard of this whole thing about getting autographs a particular time or whatever. But I got up there to meet Daphne Keene from Logan and Deadpool Wolverine.
Mhm.
And I got her to sign a picture. And then I wanted to get a selfie with her, and her handler wouldn't let me. And I don't know what that was all about. But, and I didn't want to make a scene for people that were behind me, but I wanted to tell him, look, it's people like me that are flipping the fucking bills here. Fuck off, you know.
Yeah.
Have you ever on your ventures of get recruiting people for your films, have you ever had issues with handlers?
Oh yeah. I'll tell you a great story. John Heater's manager, I was a celebrity guest at a show, and I walked over and I said, "Hi, can we get a selfie? This is me in the celebrity pamphlet, and here's John on the other page." And she was like, "Oh, that'll be $40." I was like, "No, no, I'm a celebrity guest." And she was like so belligerent on it. And then John was super nice. John Heater was like, "Oh, yeah, of course. Like, we'll just take a picture. Like, you're a guest. Like, you're not a fan. You're working the show. Yeah, of course." And then I don't know, it like clicked in her head. She was like so crazed about getting this $40. And then she talked to somebody and then came up to me and was like, "Oh my God, you're a celebrity guest. I didn't realize you're a movie director." I was like, was literally standing there for like 4 minutes telling you that. Like, I don't understand, like, why you. And then John and I and her did another show where we were in the same room, and she saw me and was like she was so embarrassed. Like, it was like ridiculous. I was like, "I'm not a fan. I'm a movie director signing in the other room. I don't understand. Like, what's the problem here? Why?" And she was like, "It's gonna be $40." And I was like, "I'm if he doesn't want to take a picture, that's fine, but I'm certainly not gonna pay you $40 when I'm working in the other room." And then she was just so like embarrassed. She talked to somebody, probably was like, "Who is that guy?" And they were like, "No, yeah, he's a movie director." And then she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know." I was like, I told you. I showed you a picture of me on the website. What are you talking about?"
So did John Heater show you some of his sweet moves?
Yeah, he did. He's super nice. I love John. I'd love to get him in a movie. He's super
Yeah.
fun.
What about her? You like to get her in a movie?
Yeah. This is Alf. He has to go potty, so we have to go. He's telling
You have
me,
to go?
say, say, say,
Why don't you let him piss all over you live on camera here?
that's a whole different movie.
That's a whole
So
different movie.
say bye, Craig. Bye, Skittles. Thanks for having us on. I gotta take
Number seven, yes. You know what,
seven.
James? It's always fun to have you come on here too. You know,
Always blast.
it doesn't even matter because I know you get about 100 projects going at once. So,
Right.
you know, I still think the honky tonk man should blast you with a guitar, though.
Yeah, I like that. That'd be fun. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for having us on for 7 times. Say
Well,
bye.
next year it'll be eight.
That's right. We're ready.
You get that dog to eat unicorn.
That's right. Say bye. See
Later, James. You take care, man.
you. You, buddy. See ya.
Bye bye.